Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today's session we will see about the one of the most ask the question in the interview, basically Git branching strategy. Okay, so we will try to understand what is the Git branching strategy and how we can follow it. Okay, as in terms of the real time project. Okay, so first of all we need to understand like what is the Git branching strategy basically. Okay, so basically as simple as if we understand the definition Git branching strategy, so basically whatever the changes we are doing in the code, basically it might be related to Java based application or any Maven or other stuff, basically PHP or normal any other stuffs. So to deploy these changes, code changes, basically on the production, we need to follow some process, okay, in the project. Okay, so that is called as a Git branching strategy, basically. Okay, so what things we need to cover in this as a best practice to follow in the Git branching strategy, so we will understand today. Okay, so let's say we have a GitLab repo here. Okay, GitLab repo, then obviously we will have a master branch, right? Yeah, by default master branch. Okay, so then we don't directly do any changes in the master branch, okay, here, and we directly start from deploy from the master branch. Okay, we need to follow some process. Okay, there might be a, different feature branch, basically a project to project they follow. Sometimes it's give the naming convention with the different, but just generic. Sometimes it's called a dev branch, feature branch. Okay, hot fixes or other stuffs, basically. Okay, so let's say we create one feature branch from the master branch, basically, and make sure, let's say you have a multiple teams developer, basically they, if they have already deployed on the productions, so that changes should be properly updated in the master branch, basically. Okay, otherwise what will happen, you just create the one feature branch from the master branch, okay, here, and you might miss any changes. Okay, so other team members also should make sure they have whatever the changes they deployed on the production, they should follow the proper branching strategy process, basically. Okay, so everything should be updated in the master branch. Then you can just take a latest create one branch, basically. Okay, from the master branch, which is called a feature branch or sometimes called as a dev branch. Okay, then developer will do whatever the changes according to Jira task, basically. So it might be a simple feature changes, or it might be major changes, basically. So whatever the changes they will do in the feature branch, basically, instead of master branch. Then that once the build sorry code changes done and they push the changes into the that feature branch, basically, then build will trigger automatically. Okay, for the dev environment, basically. So it will not directly deploy on the dev environment. First CI will happen, basically, like build should be passed or there automatic after they trigger the automatically. Then let's say here the flowchart, let's understand. If build gets failed, then again it will route back to the developer, basically. So developer will check the whatever the error code, basically. According to that, he need to do changes again, and then again build will trigger automatically. Okay, let's say build will pass successfully. If build pass successfully, then it's go to the next step, which is sonar code quality check, basically. Okay, then code quality checks will happen there. Okay, and if all the code coverage or all the stuffs conditions, basically, will match, and it's get successfully done, then it will start deployment on the dev environment, basically. Okay, if it's failed, then again it's go back to the developer, basically. Okay, so again same process. So now once deployed on the dev environment by using feature branch, okay, not the master branch, then once deployed successfully with the dev branch, okay, then it will reviewed by the QA, basically. QA team will verify and give the sign up, like everything is working fine as per the testing, basically. Then what will happen, developer will put merge request for the code review and approval, basically, because he can't directly go to the merge directly deploy to the other environments like test and production environment. Okay, so developer will raise a merge request here. Then whatever the reviewer in your project, basically, sometimes senior lead or any tech lead, basically, they will review your code and they will approve your request, basically merge request. Okay, after that, that merge request will code will merge into master branch here. Okay, master branch, then from the master branch you can deploy this changes to the test environment. Okay, so after the test environment the successfully completed, then again QA team will perform the testing over there, whatever the types number of testing basically. So he will check everything like function, end-to-end functionality, the performance check and other stuffs basically. Okay, as we see in the integration test, unity test, sanity test, whatever. Okay, so whatever the test QA team will perform there, and they will give the final sign up for the production release. Okay, what then from the same branch, master branch, okay, we can deploy on the production environment. Okay, but here just note one more thing. Sometimes in the project to project basically, as I said, sometimes they don't directly deploy on the production environment from the master branch. Okay, so what will happen in that situation, they will create one release branch from the master branch basically, by creating the tags, separate tags for the production environment. Okay, whatever the numbers are maintaining like v1 v2, okay, major and minor one, what which is called like a 1.2 1.3 something. Okay, so from that feature branch they will deploy on the production environment. Okay, let's say somehow by mistakenly agar sometimes it happen like if we need to have any hot fixes, okay, on the production environment, so we can create the one separate branch from the master which is called as a hot picks basically. Okay, so from hot picks we can just again do the deployment on the test environment. Once QA will give the sign up with the all the testings, again we can create the release branch. Okay, or we can merge hotfix to merge hotfix branch to a release branch basically, and we can deploy that branch to production one. Okay, so after the production we can whatever the monitoring steps we will follow there. Okay, so this way you can just explain the branching strategy basically. So if any project has any different branching strategy, if you have in that mind basically, you can just add the comment in the video section, so others people can get helps from there as well. Okay, so this way you can just explain the git branching strategy basically. Yeah, that's all for the today's session. We will see in the next session. Okay, thank you.